Hi everyone, welcome to the hashtag Be Creative Challenge, which is hosted by Terry Jeanette over at the Tapping Flamingo, aka Bohemian Hippie. And I'm kind of doing a double challenge this month. So the challenge, that we have a theme, and this theme this month is holiday. So I decided to do a double challenge in that. I decided also, let me raise you up just a little bit, to do Kendra's Card Challenge number 8. If you're not familiar, she does a quarterly challenge, and she has sponsors, and there are monthly giveaways to those who participate. You have until December 31st. I made these cards on December 7th for this video for the 13th. I'm also going to be participating in the hashtag Be Creative Holiday Challenge on my other channel, Dahlia Designs Jewelry and More. That will be more jewelry related. So anyway, let me show you this. This is my first time participating in this. You do have to post pictures in her Facebook group, but also you can make a video. So this is my video. And I'm going to walk you through each of the cards. So this one had you use 6 sheets of 6x6 paper to get 17 cards. So she has this downloadable thing. These are the cutting guides for the 6 pieces of paper. You do have to think a little bit ahead. Because some of the patterns, like these ones back here, the designs, will face this way, and you have to be sure when you're cutting that the patterns you picked for those cuts will work. And then also she has the card sketches, and they're color coordinated. So like here, this number 1 is for card sketch 1. So what she does is she puts the papers, and I decided to do it too, into like cellophane bags. You could use envelopes, and I numbered them 1 through 17. So when I'm cutting the papers, I put this in envelope 1, this in 2, this in 4, etc. And then same here for this cutting. So each of these cutting sketches, and she gives you like where the scissors are, that's where you cut first. So yeah, it's really, if you do it in order and follow the diagrams, it works out really well. And then the card sketches are all here, all 17 of them, but you have some leeway. So my 17 cards are here, but I'm going to scoop them up and show them to you one by one. I'm going to actually lay this down because I think they'll show up better against the white. And before I get started on that, if you follow my channel, you will have known that I bought not too long ago from scrapbook.com this Doodlebug design Candy Cane Lane 24 double-sided cardstock 6x6 paper pad. And I also bought the I'm not sure what I did with them. Hang on. Some of the embellishments. Okay. So I bought 2 extra sheets of paper. I ended up not using those. And I bought these sprinkles. They're called shape sprinkles. Sorry for the glare and the crinkling. The Christmas tree, the bits of Christmas, and these puffy icons. So I bought them to go with it. And I don't want to say I cheated, but one of my goals this time was not to stamp, or not to stamp much. I think 1 card I ended up stamping for. But I cut 2 other sheets apart. This one, so there's 2 of each sheet in here. So I cut this one apart, and also there's one that has, I did not cut that one apart. This one with all the tags. And I still have some of those, quite a few of the tags left, and a few of the sentiment strips from this one. And I also ended up cutting 1 extra of this paper for a card I'll show you that card when we get to it. And this, when I first started, I made a boo-boo because I didn't read the size right, and I cut this the bottom strip off of here too small, so I started over, but I'll use that paper for sure. So yeah, I ended up using officially 6, 7, 8, 9 sheets of paper because I used one extra, plus I used the 2 cut apart sheets. So I don't know if that's cheating, but I don't think so, because I think Kendra did that, and I'm just happy. You know, I normally would just stick this in my Christmas bin and hoard it, but I really think this is adorable, and there will be more adorable paper, you know, again, always. In fact, I just bought another adorable paper. So my new thing is, let's use it, right? All right, you know what, I'm going to flip this over because I kind of got the cards mixed up, so I want to show them to you in order. So here's card 1, and here's my card 1. This is on Stampin' Up's Pool Party cardstock. The A paper is this here. Then this was a cut apart, and I just did a stitched square, and that is Stampin' Up these stylish shapes dies, and I use them again later, so you'll see that when we get there. And this is actually Stampin' Up Pool Party sheer ribbon, which as of right now is current in their annual catalog. She used a strip of paper, and I had strips of paper in like Pool Party, but I just felt like it needed a little bit more sparkle. And it just says 'tis the season. Now on all the cards except the ones with white card bases, all I did was put an extra sheet of white in so far. Okay, so that's the first one. This is the second one, and this are the only 2 pieces of pattern paper cut. But all these others, including this here and this here, that's cardstock. So you do need quite a lot of cardstock. This is Stampin' Up Sweet Sorbet and Stampin' Up's Parakeet Party, because I thought they matched the colors in the paper really well. Those and Pool Party, and then there's a pink that's not Stampin' Up that I use, which I'll show you when we get there. This is another one of the cut aparts. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I think it came out really cute, and again, just white. So I'm not going to show you the insides because they're all just white. So the next one, card sketch 3, is an oval. Here is one of the larger pieces of paper from paper C, and then this was from paper A. It's the, I think it's the reverse side of the paper A that I cut, because paper A was this one, and this is the back side of it that I decided to use on this card. Again, this is a basic white thick card base, Sweet Sorbet, and these are the layering ovals. I think they're retired now, yeah, but I used those for this. And then I wanted to use my cut aparts, so I put 2 of the tags together. Have a magical Christmas, it says, and Santa climbing up to put the star on the tree. And then this twine is Doodlebug also, but I've had it for many years. I don't know where I got it from, but I used the red and white to go with that one, and just stuck a little bow on with a glue dot. The white one card bases don't have anything inside. This is the next one. Oops, this way. It is card number 4, and this is again on Pool Party, but this pink that you're going to see me use throughout is one of these colors from the Project Life cards. I got it Tuesday morning in 2018. I'm almost out of that pale pink, and I really like that pink. It's like I'll call it like a bubblegum pink, and I don't have that cardstock. Like Stampin' Up didn't have that color, so, and I wanted that pale pink. I thought it went really well with the colors in the set. So I used this cut apart, backed it on Pool Party. This cut apart, this was from paper A cutting, and I just flagged it, and then I used one of these cut aparts, and these are some of the little embellishments, all these dots and the trees. It just says Merry and Bright, Home for the Holidays. Okay, so that's card 4. So this might take a little while. Okay, this one used strips from paper B and C. Now on that particular paper, I sometimes use the trees and I sometimes use the reverse. And I don't remember what the reverse was, sorry. So again, Sweet Sorbet. For this one and a couple other ones, I ended up embossing the background because I just felt it needed something. And I used this Winter Snow embossing folder, which is retired Stampin' Up. I did use some other embossing folders too, which I'll tell you when we get there on other cards. And, sorry, cat hair. This is a cut apart. This is a cut apart. This I bumped up on dimensionals, you know, foam dots. And these little snowflakes and that candy are, she had a dot there, but I just added snowflakes too, because there's snowflakes in the paper. I thought that was cute, and snowflakes in the background. So that's that one. And then this one, let me make sure, yeah. This one I turned, so she has it vertical and I made it horizontal. Why did I do that? I forget. I don't remember. Oh, this is not the right one. I'm sorry. I skipped. This is the next one. Okay, this one I did keep vertical. Again, use the snowflakes. Now on this one though, I took Distress Ink Sponge Sugar and I rubbed it on the inside of the embossing folder and then ran it through. I don't know if you can tell, but it put a pale pink in the background, and then the snowflakes are white still. And I also splattered this with Winkostella. And I have like one small set of Distress Inks, but Sponge Sugar is one of my favorite colors. And it's one of the few I bought the refill for. So I'm glad I did, because my Sponge Sugar was getting a little dry. And then these are from the icons. This is a cut apart which says Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, and we have Santa there. And then this is this was from paper B and this was from paper C. So, you know, those are the only two pieces of pattern paper for this. This is on Parakeet Party, which I thought matched that background well. And then I thought the pink went really good with it. And there are pink hearts in this paper too. So cute, cute. I love this paper. Okay, now we're on to Card Sketch 7. For this one, I used this mini bubbles from the Paper Studio. I don't know if they still have it. I've had it in my stash for quite a while. But we have dots on the papers. Now these are 3 pieces. And I think there were 2 pieces we could use here. And so I picked one with snowflakes to go with the top snowflake one, which was paper A. This is also paper A. And then paper B. Maybe it's the flip side. I don't know. Anyway, paper B, somehow I ended up with dots. Then I thought the dots would go well. And then this twine is also Doodlebug. It's the green, light green one. And it just says, May your days be merry and bright. So I thought that was cute. Then Card Sketch 8 is this one. I feel like I should have embossed this too, because it looks kind of plain to me. Let me know what you think. This is Sweet Sorbet, basic white, or any kind of white you have. Here I use Stampin' Up's Retired Starburst Punch and a 2 inch circle punch. She used 1 3/4, but I like the 2 inch with the Starburst Punch better. I just put one of the tags across it instead of stamping something in there. And then this is one of the icons, and then these are from some of the other sprinkles stickers, and they go with the poinsettias in the paper. Now, I don't know why, but I couldn't get all the same papers. You know, it's supposed to be just paper C, D, and E, but the right sides of them didn't work with I don't know, it just wasn't working out right. So I have a variety of paper. This is not plain white. It has like very faint snowflakes on it. There, you can maybe tell a little bit. Anyway, I thought it was cute, but I feel like I maybe should have embossed there. I don't like to have a lot of white space on my cards. So then we get into these two raised ones. This is the first one, and I flipped it. So the diagram has it like that, but I flipped it down, and I'm looking for the other one actually because they got out of order. Where did it go? I don't know what happened to my other one. Here it is. Okay. Okay. So on this one, paper D, and then this is blank. So what I used is one of those pink Project Life cards again. I cut the rounded edges off, and then it was about the right size almost. And I just, I think in her sample, Kendra actually stamped in here, and it was really cute. It was either that one or this one. I can't remember. I think it was this one. So I flipped it and put the snowman down here again on pink, sending holiday cheer, and he's holding a candy cane, and the tree has dots all over it, so I thought that went well with the dots paper. And then I just put some candies and the candy cane and some other little jemmies all around it. I think she actually bumped her two pattern papers up on foam tape, but I didn't. I bumped up the snowman, oops, sorry, instead. So there you go on that one. And then the other paper D that came out of the middle, here is this one. Again, I used Pool Party, and I ran that through that bubble dots on basic white. This is the pattern paper, and she had sort of a starburst up here. I used a starburst again in Parakeet Party with a white 2-inch circle, and then two tags again. So season's greetings, happy holidays. So I used two of the holly sprinkles, and then this twine is from, Dollar Tree, the pale pink and white Crafter Square Baker twine. I have 2 packs of that in different colors, and they come in handy. And that's about it on that one, actually. So then the 2-strip one. Now this one I did turn. I made it a horizontal card opening this way. So this was actually cut, you know, the long way, 11 by 5 and scored at 5.5 instead of the regular way to do an A2. And I put the strips here, and the reason I did that is because of this strip with the houses, which I wanted to use instead of the back. The paper would have been going the wrong way if I used it like this. I think this was paper A. And then the dots again, paper D, same from these. And this is on Sweet Sorbet with a background of Pool Party, and that Pool Party I ran through the retired Stampin' Up! Subtle 3D embossing folders, which has been one of my favorite, except it's really thick, and to get it through my machine I basically use the base plate, one regular cutting plate, and the 3D embossing folder, and that's it. It won't work with Stampin' Up's embossing plate. That's still too thick. And then again, a tag, the red and white twine from Doodlebug, and this had words on the other side, but it wasn't anything I'd use on a card, so the flip side of it was little stripes. And then this is one of the cut aparts from Our Home to Yours with the homes. And I just put, these are Stampin' Up! Basic, Pearl Basic Jewels. They're almost always in the annual catalog, or they still are for now. I kind of stock up on them. They have them, it comes in, I lost one. I have to fix that. Let me turn that sideways. So anyway, that's that one. And then the next one is this one. Now this one is horizontal. I turned it vertical. And here is where I cut that extra paper, because I thought it really did just look too plain with just Sweet Sorbet there and then this Parakeet Party on top of it, or any color on top. So I cut another piece of 5 1/4 by 4 of the paper that coordinated with this, the poinsettia paper. So that is where I used the extra paper. She had an oval that said any 2-inch shape. I actually didn't do that. Instead, I wrapped this backing Parakeet Party with the Parakeet Party thin ribbon, which I really don't care for that much, but I felt like I needed some shimmer. So I wrapped it around 3 times and then did kind of a fake bow. I tied a bow onto the center meeting point of the ribbon. This one I glued flat and put another cut apart Merry Christmas on, and these two I shifted over a little bit and bumped up. So I staggered them instead of having them even like that. I think it came out okay. A lot of red and green, but I think it's cute. Okay, then we get into these two rays, sketch 13 and 14. They use the same paper. I'm going to show them to you at the same time, just opposites. So again, Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, because I thought those colors went best. And these were my last two of these poinsettias in my stash. Now this one, little secret, I cut this circle. Now she said here any 2.5-inch shape, and this one any 1.5-inch shape, but I used the same size punch, which was 2-inch. And this one I put further out in the card, but I put it a little too far, so there's a tiny little corner here showing the green cardstock from below, and I didn't like how that looked, so I put the poinsettia down further in the corner. And then this was a cut apart Merry Christmas. And then this one, I had this Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, which, you know, I don't have any holly on here really, but the color was right for this, but I didn't want green on green, so I backed it with a little bit bigger piece of the Sweet Sorbet. And I think on this one I actually also took the Sweet Sorbet coordinating marker. This is ink-based, dye-based marker, and I just went around the edges of this part because I needed to pop off the same color green background a little more, whereas this one, actually I went around this one too, same thing. I wasn't sure I had on this one because this has more of the red in it, but I still did. I went around the edges on both of them before I put them onto the Parakeet Party. I think they came out pretty if you like poinsettias. And then let me flip. We're down to the last 3, guys. Bear with me. Sorry this is long. Okay, this one is 2 pattern papers here and 1 here. And then this huge, it says any large shape. Well, I was still using the poinsettia paper, and then the background, I forgot to tell you that, the background is little trees on it. And the other side of that has Christmas trees, which you'll see in the last card. So this is the only card that I stamped, and for this one I wanted a poinsettia because I have mostly poinsettia paper, and I have all kinds of poinsettia stamps and dies, but for this one I wanted a bigger image, so I went with this Fun Stampers Journey Poinsettia Burst and the coordinating dies, and I stamped it once in Sweet Sorbet, and these I stamped once in Parakeet Party, and then I colored the centers in with Stampin' Blends in Dark Daffodil Delight, and also light Sweet Sorbet. Even though I stamped in Sweet Sorbet, adding the light in there just makes it have some dimension. And these are Parakeet Party, and same thing, I colored in the veins with the light Parakeet Party. This one I used the dark, and I don't like it as well. It doesn't seem to show up as much. Doesn't kind of give it as much dimension, so I put it in the back. But I think that came out cute. No circle, just the big poinsettia in the center. So I like that a lot. And then this one, it says circle, oval, or banner. This is lateral, and I made it horizontal. Wrong. This is horizontal. I made it vertical. Now, it's only 2 sheets of pattern paper. This center strip is cardstock, and they have it shown matching the background. So, it's really just the background showing through, I guess. I don't know. I put it on Pool Party. I ran it through that subtle embossing folder again. These are the 2 strips of paper. This is from C and this is from D. So I put the bigger one on the bottom. This is Santa Claus riding on a bicycle. So I put Santa Claus is coming to town across this. And I used a square. Sorry, it says circles, oval, or banner, but the cut aparts were square. I used the stitched stylish shapes again and did a stitch square, and I put some sheer Pool Party ribbon in between the other 2 on the back, just to give it a little sparkle. And that's that one. And then the last one is this one, which I did do horizontal, and it is a square. So on the square I did Pool Party and then basic white. They're both stitched. Then she had little banners, and again, 2 of these are pattern paper. The one in the middle is cardstock. And it can be any cardstock. She has it, it's like a lighter color than the background one. But I used that pink because I had a scrap. And I used the pink background cardstock here. This is paper F with the Christmas trees, which the other side is the other Christmas tree, this one. So this is, I think, the only place I used the actual trees because it had to be upright position going this way. And then this is another cut apart Season's Greetings, which I just glued across here, and then I used some of the sprinkles here, 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 and the 2 tree ones. And I think that came out really cute on the Pool Party background with that kind of bubblegum pink. I really like the center piece of that. So those are my 17 cards for Kendra's card challenge, but they're all holiday cards. So it goes with #BeCreativeHoliday as well. I just combined the 2 challenges, and there you have it. 17 more holiday / Christmas cards, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. I really love this Doodlebug Designs 6x6 paper pad, Candy Cane Lane, I think it's called. Yes, Candy Cane Lane. I was tempted to get another one, but I'm not going to because I still have almost half a paper pad left. I could do this over again, but I'm not going to because I also had bought these envelopes and they're different sizes and shapes. So I think I'm going to use some of the rest of it and try and make, you know, cards for these or whatever. And yeah. Anyway, please go check out Terry at the Tapping Flamingo and use the hashtag #BeCreativeHoliday, and you should be able to find anyone else that's participating on the 13th. As far as I know, Terry indicated she is going to continue this for 2023, but I don't know what the themes are yet, so stay tuned. All right, guys, hugs, love, and peace. Bye for now.